Hello there, my crypto big brothers and sisters. This here's Bulldog Rod, and there's Papa Ron is in the house.
Rod, how are you?
Doing good, doing good. Yeah, I'm always doing good.
Yeah,
Anytime I wake up in the morning, I'm doing great. I can look down and see the grass instead of looking up and seeing roots.
It's always a positive sign.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of interesting. I had one of my best friends, his funeral was yesterday. And actually, that's my second best friend that's passed away. So it kind of ages you, too. It's like, God, all my friends are either on medications and it's like, am I really getting to that point where it's kind of scary?
Yep, it is. Yeah, it is scary. But, you know, that's life. We just go through it, just part of life.
On.
Yeah.
Well,
and
the big three are down some today, Rod.
Yeah, Litecoin. But, you know, look at that graph over there. It's not tanking, though. It's doing pretty good. It's kind of staying stable. It's got 127,000 Bitcoin.
For the volume?
That's pretty good, yeah.
That's $2 billion?
Oh, man, that's a lot of money. Changing hands just in Litecoin.
Boy, look at the volume, too, just recently.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. Really good.
This ain't a crash or nothing. It's taking a breather.
Yep.
Okay, but we just did a video on XRP Ripple, and this is $2 billion. What was Ripple's?
I don't remember. 6 billion.
6 billion.
But they have a lot more coins, you know.
Dang it, I hate when that happens,
You've never been
folks.
involved in Bitcoin before and you wanted to get started
You
using
lose it?
Bitcoin.
Well, you know, some of these commercials start on those websites we have pulled up.
Yeah, I know, and I hear them all the time.
Drives me nuts.
Me too.
Anyway, speaking of Litecoin, I was listening to just a couple nights ago, a YouTube on it, and
You're showing Ripple.
yeah, I just got me and you on here right now, Rod.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, you're all right, but I'll go back to Litecoin.
Thank you.
But it's kind of humorous because he was saying, you know, he was talking about the price going up, and he said, you know, it's time to get in, and he said, you know, I'm paraphrasing, but he says, I'm not for selling your children to raise funds to buy Litecoin. Then he said, but I'm not against it either. You know? He said, hawk them kids, and then when Litecoin makes his big jump, you can buy them back.
That's right. You can buy them back. That's right.
And when he said, I'm not against it either, I really got a kick out of that.
Heck, that's funny. Heck.
But yeah, it's still at 279. Litecoin has been very positive. And we're going to get into that, folks. Before we do, a couple news headlines. PH Bitcoin, which stands for Philippines. Philippines Bitcoin transactions average 8 million a month.
Wow.
Now, let me tell you why I thought I wanted to share this article.
Okay.
My brother had a pretty high-paying job here in Utah. He didn't deserve the job, but he had it. And he
That's funny.
he was getting tired of it. So he sold his house, quit his job. His boss begged him to stay, you know, more money. And he said, "Nah, I'm done." But he always spent his vacations over in the Philippines. He used to go over there 2-3 weeks a year, and he just loved it over there. Had some friends, and so when he kind of cashed out, we thought he was going to move down here closer to us, you know. But no, he says, I bought a little house over in the Philippines, a little swimming pool and all. So he went over there, and he's my connection in the Philippines. Plus, I have been pretty aggressively emailing this other gal in the Philippines. And so when I saw this article about, and this is how they get their money. So if I was to send money to my brother, and he has an app called this PH Coins, I could send Bitcoin to that app in a matter of seconds. That app converts it over to their currency, which is pesos, and he goes to his bank and cashes out of it. It's pretty slick, and it's designed. And matter of fact, this article even talks about that stuff a little bit. That's the way most of this Bitcoin is getting over to the Philippines, is through this ph.coins app. And I thought, $8 million a month in Bitcoin. It's one thing that you have a bunch of people sending money over there to help girlfriends, families, whatever. And it's another, they're sending it over in crypto. $8 million a month? I mean, who knows about it? Who does that?
Yeah, who would have known that?
Yeah.
You hadn't looked this up. Man, you're so good at researching and finding stuff, Ron.
No, anyway, I thought it was pretty interesting that much goes over there. And you bet it's going to increase as time goes on and more awareness happens.
Yeah.
This guy's going to start again. I'm going to cut him off right now.
I would. Kind of
another thing on Bitcoin real quick. More businesses are accepting Bitcoin as prices continue to skyrocket.
Yep.
The Bitcoin boom, and again, it all gets back to awareness. The more people adopt this and ask for it and want to use it, the more it's gonna be out there. So I think you have, as people go into their favorite, whether it be restaurants or retail shops or whatever, and they say, well, do you accept Bitcoin? Again, that's another notch of awareness, and sooner or later these retailers are going to say, I better look into this. I mean, it's just like when people start taking visas. Look at Visa adoption. I mean, you can't find a retail shop that don't take credit cards, can you?
Nope.
Yeah, so it's out there. And here, now let's get into some Litecoin. I thought this was real interesting. Have you seen this, Rod?
I see it.
This is on, CNBC, I think. CNBC. They have a frickin' ticker for Litecoin price. This is mainstream news.
I know.
On their business. Yeah. Here's the current price of Litecoin.
It is. Look at that. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was very interesting that it's becoming adopted like that.
Yeah.
And they think people want to see that. Of course, when it's made the strides that it has,
yeah,
it is.
No kidding.
Well, listen, this article that we want to go over, I got to give some credit where it's due.
Okay.
And it comes out of this Litecoin School of Crypto. Actually, where I came across this was on, and I don't listen to him every day, but his thumbnail caught my attention, and I tuned it in. And it comes from Bix Weir.
Oh.
And I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. So I thought we ought to share that with our subscribers also. So anyway, this is kind of a cool site. Kind of gives you some information about understanding wallets. Here's some intro into crypto and Litecoin. And the amount of new people coming into this industry, Rod, look at all the videos we did way back when about how to do Polynex and how to do Coinbase and
How to buy wallets. And get into wallets and all the exchanges. Gosh, we covered a bunch of them, but there've been so many more added, you know.
Yeah, and there's so many more people telling them. But anyway, I think there's plenty of resources that indoctrinate these new people now. But this one's also a good one. And of course it focuses on Litecoin, obviously. But it has several things in here and several articles, Litecoin swag. Let's talk about Litecoin nodes and so on. Any good information. But they had one article within this site that we kind of wanted to go over. That's not it.
No, that's not it.
That's not it there either. There it is.
There it is. Yeah, right there.
Upcoming Litecoin technology and some of the timelines to put this technology into effect. One we made a pretty big deal a week or so ago about Litecoin. Matter of fact, when it went up to 130, we made a couple videos saying, folks, it's Litecoin's time. This thing's going to pop. If you can buy it, buy it now. And when I say pop, thanks to Rod, I don't mean. I mean it's going to go. And now look at it. It hit 359 smacks. I mean, it was like overnight. It went from like 160 to, I mean, it jumped. It was crazy.
It was. It was fun to watch.
And of course
I love crypto, man. It's so much fun.
Well, it's exciting. I know.
Yeah.
But we gave some reasons why. Obviously, and we just mentioned this in the previous video, that when they get onto Coinbase or whatever exchange and they look at the price of that and they see Litecoin at $200 or something, it says, man, I think I'd rather go into that. They're still in the top 5. It's got to be promising. Yeah. And here's another key, folks.
Okay, tell me.
I just saw an article that was talking about other altcoins coming to Coinbase. Now, it didn't mention any of them, but I think one of the contributors was one of the Coinbase staff members. Like, they had an inside scoop.
Oh.
If any coin that goes onto Coinbase is going to do well, I believe. And I believe if it gets on Coinbase and people look at the prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum and so on, and let's say they adopt XRP onto Coinbase, to me that's a sign that that coin is going to do something.
Yep.
So again, if you watch your Coinbase and they introduce a new token or coin, might be worth studying and seeing if that's worth getting into. And the same with Litecoin. People jumped into Litecoin like crazy because of the price of Bitcoin going nuts. And next year, I'm telling you, according to the amount of people coming into this industry, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, Dash, what are some of them other top ones in there, Rod?
Neo.
You got the top 10 pulled up? I mean,
I'm pulling them up now. Okay, it's Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, IOTA, Dash, NEM, NIM, Bitcoin Gold. Yep, that's it.
And there's probably a few below that too that would be safe bets.
EOS. Look at this EOS, 24% increase. Yeah, that's a good one.
So, as people look at these lower denomination ones, they're going to raise. It's just going to be good. So anyway, let's go to this article and see what they're saying.
Yeah, see what they're saying.
They're doing one thing called MAST. What it does, it allows more privacy by hiding lump transactions through the Miracle route. And MAST also will be a way for Litecoin to introduce smart contracts onto their blockchain and platform. So you're going to have more anonymity and smart contracts with this MAST. And they were expecting it to be kind of the end of this year. I don't know where it's at this point. But what we're pointing out here, folks, is Litecoin is proactive in making their platform and their coin or token the best it can be. And this is more reasons why this thing is going to be adopted next year. And people are going to move into Litecoin.
Yep.
So now they're going to offer smart contracts, which will maybe be in not competition with Ethereum, but at least you'll be able to have that platform. If you're a Litecoin guy, you can have a platform that you love. Do that. Then there's the Lightning Network, and we've talked about this before with Litecoin, and it's going to speed up those transactions and lower the fees tremendously. And I think they've already got beta going on it, and maybe partial Litecoin's already, or Lightning Network is already on Litecoin. Isn't it, Rod? We don't know for sure.
Well, it's not this Lightning Network, but they do have a Lightning thing involved, but they are going to put in this Lightning Network, which goes between Bitcoin and Litecoin, which, Litecoin is a fork off Bitcoin anyway. So it's supposed to be able to jump back and forth real easy.
And that ties in with these atomic swaps. And we've covered them before. These atomic swaps is you can change coins without the use of an exchange. You do it from wallet to wallet. If I want to send you Litecoin, Rod, and change it for Bitcoin or something, kind of like, is it like Shapeshift?
Shapeshift, yeah.
It allows people to trade one coin for a different coin without an exchange. This is called cross-chain swaps. It actually utilizes Lightning Network to do it. So here's part of your Lightning Network thing.
Yep.
And when will it be released? Maybe in a year if they get these wallets stabilized enough to utilize it. But atomic swaps has been talked about quite a bit in the crypto world. It's actually pretty cool. Well, look at the fees it'll save you too without going on exchange.
Yeah.
Then there's covenants. What does it do? You're able to select Litecoin to be bound together and stay together no matter what. And it also ties in with this. Sorry.
Okay.
that was fiat leak. Ties in with these colored coins. You can actually attach Litecoin to an asset. The example it gives here is, let's say you attach your Litecoin to your automobile, and with that private key, that'll kind of unlock your automobile and start it.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff. So between that and these covenants, it says right here, this means you basically can lock up. Okay, if somebody steals your private keys with this covenant, if somebody steals the private keys, they can't use any of your Litecoin for like 24 hours, but the original owner of that wallet can get in there before the hacker uses them and do something with the Litecoins, move it and so on. So it means you basically lock up Litecoin in case someone gets your private keys. If they then try to spend it, the coins have a delayed transaction time, and then the owner can get in there quicker and
that's
move
good.
it. Yeah, the point is Litecoin is going to benefit us, and I think some of these things next year, the price mainly, it's going to make an impact. Litecoin is going up. Ethereum's made some huge jumps. Yeah. Folks, we still want to, I don't know if it's recommend is the right word. It might not be the right word because we're not advisors by any means.
No.
But Litecoin might be worth looking at. We're pretty well invested in Litecoin, and at one time we were thinking about getting out of it, but I'm glad we held tight.
Yeah.
So, okay, folks, it's exciting times. Get involved.
Yes, we got to get involved.
Yeah,
if you snooze, you lose.
That's right. Hope this helps you, folks. It helps us.
It does. We're excited to bring this to you, and be sure to give us a thumbs up, and God bless.